Claim it and make room for it. Did you hear me? Claim it and make room for it. I was reading a passage in Deuteronomy, and pretty much what it was talking about is like when it comes to the inheritance, your blessing, the thing that you've been praying for, working for, is to claim it, but also to make room for it. And what it reminded me of is that when it comes to running your business, when it comes to, I'm always talking about self-care, is that the claim it is you visualizing it, you manifesting it, you have affirmations regarding it, but then also you make room for it. What do you need to do so that your business can flourish? What do you need to do so that you can be in alignment with your divine assignment? What is it that you need to do? And so what came to my mind is that sometimes in order for you to make room for it, you may need to declutter. You may need to do a mind dump. You may need to clean out, because how can something new come and you're keeping up with the Joneses? You're not able to, let go of your past. You keep looking back because you cannot move forward if you keep doing that. And so, that I have the DBT, the Daily Business Tracker, and the Daily Business Tracker helps you to stay focused, because if you are all over the place, if you're everywhere, you're not going to be able to truly focus on your business. You could be working in your business, but are you doing the things in order to deliver your message? What is it that you need to do? Like sometimes they'll say, "Oh, what are you doing to move the needle to make more money?" What are you truly doing to serve people? Like whatever that message is for your ministry, for your movement, for your mission, how are you getting that out? And sometimes you don't have rituals, in which the Daily Tracker helps you with that. Again, it makes you come back. And one thing I want to say, I want to make sure I make this clear. I don't care who you are. And I'm talking to myself as well in that, and especially for individuals, let's say who are, I always like to say degreed, meaning you went to college and you got a degree, and whether you graduated or not, but especially for those of you who did graduate and have a degree, and especially if you worked certain places, where you've had some type of authority, where you've been over people, and it may not always be in a leadership role, like a supervisor, a manager, or director. It can even be, because even as a therapist, even if you don't, own a private practice or anything like that, in that, because you have authority over someone else, that's you too. And so in saying that, sometimes you may think you got it all together and you don't need anything. You don't need the printable DBT tracker. You're like, "Oh, I don't need that." No, because you're holding on too much. You're trying to remember, "Oh yeah, let me do this, let me do that." That is too much. Make it easy. And not only that, there are literally things that it's imperative that you do. And even though I know this conceptually, but then also I have to remind myself, Sharon, do, activate your actions, your movement, and things like that. And so in saying that, sometimes you need something to help guide you. It's not just another checklist. No. This is related for you to be in alignment for your purpose, so that you can be in alignment for your business, because we need help. You can't do it completely by yourself. And so, in saying that, you get the tracker, you have this thing in front of you, but it also allows you to write it down, because there's something about when you write something down, it does something to you. It gets embedded in you. Again, it's the renewing of your mind. It reminds you of what you need to do. Oh, what do I need to do to accomplish this goal? What do I need to do? It allows you to think. You know, like sometimes for some individuals, and I've been like this too, especially like when it comes to social media content, where literally I really do need somebody to hold my hand. And that's okay, until it's almost like training wheels. You know how that is, in that for those of you who have ridden a bike, and when you first learned, most of us had training wheels. And so anything that is new to you, sometimes you really do need someone to hold your hand. And then you need somebody to be that cheerleader for you, even though you're still responsible. But there is something about being in community and having that accountability, and having, I like to say, reminders, because sometimes my mind is just not wired a certain way when it comes to business completely yet. But I do know you need some back end stuff, you need some organization, and you need some habit, some repetition. So, oh yeah, I need to do this again. Oh yeah, I need to do this again. Oh no, I didn't do that. And so the tracker is going to help you do that. So don't be out here trying to do all this stuff, like on your own. It's like, oh, I'm just going to remember, I have, this special ability of remembering. Okay, that's fine, but do it on the things that really count, not on everyday stuff that you don't need to. Because you really do, it's really important for you to be able to have your attention, again, what you're passionate about, where everything else allows you to have that mental space, the emotional space, the spiritual space, so that you can be free to really do what needs to be done, and so you are gonna feel better. It's like, okay, I know what's ahead of me, I know what I need to do. So stop playing around. And so again, claim it and make room for it, because if your mind is cluttered, and especially your space, your physical space, you're not making room for it. And that means you're letting go too. You may need to let go of some old parts of you, old aspects of you, so that you can make room for what's coming, because you're not able to completely claim it if you're still holding on to your old self. Your old stuff can't handle it. So make room for it. Declutter, release, detach from the things that are not serving you, that you don't need anymore, so that you can have room for what's coming. Because what's the use of praying for all of this stuff, but then you're stuck because you don't have the emotional capacity, you don't have the ability, you don't have the character? Because sometimes you may need to set boundaries, and to be able to do that with grace and not be all anxious. It's like, oh, I need to go tell somebody something, no, just tell her how it is, because whatever that is, it's not an assignment, it's not time. And sometimes that takes some work. It's not that you need to be a strong person in order for that to happen, but that's in alignment with your values and what you have at that particular time. Sometimes things it may be a complete no forever, and sometimes it could just be where not now, but for you to be able to be comfortable. So in order for you, again, to truly claim what's for you, that you need for your movement, in order for you to share the message or whatever your business is. Because like for me, my message is so that people can have to be healthy and wealthy, with some healthy and wealthy habits, and self-care is needed for that. So a part of self-care is cleaning things up, because in order for you to claim it, you got to clean it up. because that's how you make room for yourself. You make room on the outside of yourself, and you make room internally too. So stop trying to be doing too much. I would say that. So for those of you who have not already gotten the tracker, go ahead and comment tracker, or click on the link or the barcode so that you can go ahead and get it. And the other thing is, you'll be getting some bonuses that's going to help you out with your daily self-care, so you can, stay focused, be in alignment, do that deep breaths. And then also you'll be getting some templates, some Google Sheet templates that's going to help you out. And then eventually you'll be getting a survey template as well, because we don't need to be I'll put it like this: there's too many people who have started from scratch, so you don't need to do that. Just don't lose your brain cells over that. Basically what you need to do is make it where it works for you. That's the main thing. So let me hear from you. I want to know, what are you claiming and how are you making room for it? So I'll see you next time.